What we think the word radiation? Maybe the first thing that comes up with your mind is a huge explosion or frightening mutation. What is radiation really is, and how much we concern about it? This is the answer this question. The answer begins with understanding the word radiation and nuclear. With the help of our guests today, hope we can learn from them. Is there a positive effect of radiation, or we only know the negative effect of it? Is there a radiation positive effect?
The positive effect of radiation refers to the application of non-ionizing and ionizing radiation. The non-ionizing radiation does not affect the structure of atoms or damage the DNA. In addition, non-ionizing radiation has a long wavelength that just vibrates the molecules and atoms faster. However, long or intense exposure to this may damage your tissue due to the heat it generates. There are non-ionizing radiation that we can see. In the electromagnetic spectrum, the visible spectrum was the boundary between non-ionizing and ionizing radiation. Visible waves are the sun, light bulbs, and the other things that illuminate. On the other hand, radio, microwaves, and remote control are the example of not visible waves. While the ionizing radiation does interact with the cells that can be used for hospitals to examine the body parts of the patients.
That's nice to hear. Radiation is not a bad at all. There's a follow-up question. Does radiation have a natural sources?
Yes, its main contributors are the natural deposits of potassium, uranium, and thorium found in the Earth's crust. They release a small amount of radiation in the process of natural decay.
That's nice. New knowledge you given me and the viewers. Thank you. Radiation is scary word for a lot of people, and the idea of the negative effect of it to human and environment.
As Mr. Raymond says, that ionizing radiation has a good application, but it can also affect the environment, like incidents happened before in the nuclear power plants. Usually, the measure of radiation we say to take safety is millisievert per year, but let's say we exceed this limit of radiation exposure. Ionizing radiation can cause acute radiation syndrome or cutaneous radiation injuries. High doses of radiation can cause cancer or lead to death. There are three types of harmful radiation: the alpha particle, beta particle, and gamma ray. Ionizing radiation also has a shorter wavelength that can be found on the right side of the spectrum. In terms of environment, radioactive pollution could cause the nutrients of the area to be lost, making the soil highly toxic and infertile. Therefore, the land will lose alive.
As you stated earlier, excessive use of it becoming bad even we're not knowing it. Then, when did radiation becoming bad?
Herman Joseph Miller discovered the genetic effects that could cause the increase of cancer risk with the exposure of radiation in 1927.
Radiation, it can cause cancer. Yes, we know that. Also, I'm glad that we have a scientific story to support our ideas. Thank you. Again, radiation is a topic connected to nuclear accident. Even we see the different documentaries or movies, there is a big nuclear accident, then the story is globally known. Even we hear the name of the Chernobyl power plant and the Fukushima Daiichi incident, it marks our mind that the dark times of history when it comes to nuclear accident.
One of the most considered worst nuclear incidents is the Chernobyl power plant that happened on April 26, 1986. This happened on Western Soviet Union in Europe. Based on the investigation, it stated that the reactor system failed and turned in an explosion and fired due to its sudden surge in power. Additionally, it turns out 220,200 people from the sea were relocated from their home. 2 workers died due to the explosion. The 28 plant personnel and workers also died due to radiation sickness. Well, there are also 5,000 thyroid cancer cases.
The Fukushima Daiichi incident happened on March 11 in 2011. This incident happened in Japan. It occurred due to the earthquake that triggered the tsunami. As the floods were made by the tsunami, the backup generator to this plant were destroyed. Because of this, the 3 cores were melted for over 3 days, and the several hydrogen was exploded that turns out to spread the nuclear materials into the environment. There are no deaths due to the explosion. However, there are thousands of deaths due to the tsunami made by earthquakes.
That's right. The history of Chernobyl power plant and the Fukushima Daiichi incident. Thank you for the idea. Is there anything else you want to say about radiation?
Radiation is everywhere. The way it supports us and the other living organisms on the earth. But remember, longer exposures increases the risk, and it is better to be aware of hazardous radiation since your life has more value than anybody else.
About our awareness for radiation. Why radiation should not be feared? Many people are frightened of radiation, thinking of it is an invisible, man-made, and deadly force, and this fear often underpins opposition to nuclear power. In fact, most radiation is natural on Earth, and life on Earth wouldn't be possible without it. In nuclear, on the other hand, the balance of terror is the idea that evolved political leaders are so scared of nuclear war that they launch a nuclear attack. Again, with every misuse of man-made technology, will be a result of bigger disaster. This is Hazardous Earth. Thank you and good night.